Well, I met my wife in the medical school, and I was she was an attractive lady. She really liked me, but I said, I don't know how to dance, but she is dancing, or she has been dancing all the time. And she said, if you don't dance, then I will just entertain other people, other men. So I was forced to learn.
What it means to be an American is freedom.
I don't believe the American dream.
I think it is hard to be an Asian in America today.
Your Fellow Americans is a project asking questions about race, immigration, and the American dream. We're just trying to figure out what it means to be American for as many different folks as possible. In March of 2015, the Your Fellow Americans team met with the Filipino American family. We joined them around the dinner table as they discussed race, immigration, and the American dream.
We Filipinos like to dance and sing. Yes, that's our pastime. When we're off work, for example, like me, you know, I danced with my kids when they were younger.
As a Filipino, music is so important. Everyone sings, everyone dances, and it's just how you express yourself. So it makes people happy there. And I think because the country has so much more poverty, music becomes something that creates happiness.
So we just sing, we dance, then we have parties. So we didn't go into depression. So that's very good.
There is no depression in the Philippines because we find ways to entertain ourselves.
I remember growing up though and having parties at the house and mom and dad always dancing. Everybody dances, like every gathering.
Either dancing or singing or playing an instrument. There was always
the piano.
Filipinos in general are entertainers.
Very just love
family, friendly.
We love being in big groups, loud. We enjoy company. We're really social. You know, I'm proud to be a Filipino, but it's an American Filipino. Yeah.
No, you don't like for us. For me, we lost our culture.
Yeah.
Growing up in Elkhart, we were 100% American. That's how I felt.
Exactly. But you don't realize how much of the Filipino culture you still have, and I mean, you just take it for granted because that's how you grew up.
It's normal.
You know, for like Danny and I, and my mom who came into this family, you know,
get-togethers all the time.
You know, as just the typical white guy with no real. I'm not Italian. I'm not Irish, and so I had nothing really. I mean, we have some traditions. We have, you know. Red, white, and blue, but that's about it. And I come into this family, and it's like, oh, I get to adopt that culture, and you know, it's been great.
The big difference between growing up here, spending your time, your whole life in America, versus experiencing a different culture. Sometimes we get quote unquote Americanized. Like I thought, I'm American to the core. Then you go to third world countries, like I went to Honduras, and I went to Philippines to study. You finally realize that, you know, it wasn't until then actually I understood mom and dad. I thought there was something wrong with mom and dad the whole time. Growing up, like, why are they acting like this, you know? Why do we have a curfew? Why do our parents so strict?
My father, who was the principal of the school, and my mother, who was a teacher, all the time, they put in our mind, you know, as kids, how to save money, how to respect, and put in our mind what we call the discipline that you have to follow. And education is so important. As my parents said, we are a poor country. The only way you can be rich is education. When you have that education in your head, nobody can get it.
In the Philippines, it doesn't matter whether you're poor or rich. Everybody's goal for success, or what they consider success, is if you study, you have a career, you get an education. That is like the proudest moment of any parent. The ultimate goal.
That's
Here, it's all about
What
you
makes you
own.
happy?
You know, what makes you happy, the
We don't
immediate
say that.
success. But there, they emphasize also hard work all the time. It doesn't matter. Study hard, stay in school. You have to achieve, you know. Here, it's the easiest way to get the most. And I think sometimes that, you know, I think that's probably the downfall.
Yeah, that's how it is in the Philippines.
Yeah, and that's
we don't
important.
say whatever makes you happy. You are too young to decide what makes you happy. I have to decide for that because I've been through it. So that's what I was teaching you, and I know you hated that. I know at one time you would say, Mom, you're just too materialistic. It's not being materialistic. I'm just so realistic in life.
How does the American dream look different for children and adults? Why does the United States put emphasis on doing what makes you happy? And is discipline undervalued as a means to the good life? Let's talk about it. Comment below or visit kcpt.org/yourfellowamericans.